Hi, I'm Francis Buckley, and welcome to a really cool new episode of Studio Rescue. Today we're going to go meet David Calderon. Now, David Calderon just bought some really cool gear for his studio, but he hasn't set it up yet. He's not sure where to put it. He has 2 different rooms in his house, and he's not sure which room would be best for the studio. So he sent me a message and said, can you come over and help me pick out where the studio is going to go? So this is a little different because we're going to go hopefully from the ground up rather than just go in and remake over somebody's studio. So with all the cool new gear he's got, let's go over and rescue David's studio.
Hey, David.
How's it going, Francis?
Pretty good, man. Yourself?
Taking it easy.
Good. So I got your message.
Okay.
And I hear you're getting ready to set up your room.
Yeah. I got a couple rooms actually, but I don't know where to start. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's go have a look at them, see what you got.
Yeah, come on in.
All righty.
Well, this is the first room I got in mind.
Okay.
I got my computer set up.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, it's kind of small, okay, which is not a major problem, but it is kind of small, and it's a lot of hard surfaces. I mean, you've got the linoleum floor, the mirrors here, nothing on the walls anywhere, and it's a pretty lively little room.
Okay.
The thought of trying to get this desk out of here scares the heck out of me as far as getting the room set up.
That's all I got to work with for now.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do about that. And that's your computer, right? Your music station, right? All right. Well, let's see the other room then.
Okay, come on. This is the other room.
Wow. This is great.
Yeah, it's way bigger.
This is great. Yeah, you're going to have some room to get set up in here. You're going to have some room for sound to move around in here. I mean, obviously, right now, sound is really moving around in here, so we're going to have to do some stuff to it. But I love it because it's a blank slate. I mean, we can do whatever we want in here. Obviously, the problems are you're surrounded by windows. You've got the big glass door here. We've got the window here, window there, another big glass door there. But I think we're big enough that if we can get the sound under control, I don't think that's going to make a big difference.
Okay.
I mean, there's always something in a home studio that you're going to have to put up with. You can't cure every problem unless we were to tear the place down and build it over again, which I don't think.
I highly doubt
I don't think we're going to do that. No, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. I mean, the biggest question would be, do we set up this way or do we set up this way? And I think to start with, I would set up this way. The floor has a little bit of a slant to it, and I think this is going to give you, the best bang for your buck in doing it this way. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to hit what's called the angle of first reflection, which is where the first wave coming off the speaker hits the wall, because what I think it's going to hit is a window.
A window.
We can't put panels over the windows,
Okay.
The other cool thing would be is if we put it down here and you got it all set up, but you could put some nice indirect lighting up behind that beam. It would look really dramatic.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, well, I think this is really doable. So let's rescue David's studio.
I think we're going to bring the desk in here. Hey, Francis, I think we got to bring that desk in here.
Nah, I don't think so, man. I got a better idea. How about this?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, man. Well, a new studio needs a new piece of furniture. I think this is going to work out really nice.
Yeah, this is great.
Really nice. Yeah. Yep. Well, we got this in place, so let's put the rest of the studio together. What do you say?
I'm down.
Let's do it. All right. Well, here's your basic setup.
This looks great, man.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks really good. It's nice and clean. Everything's laid out for you nicely. You got your keyboard, you got the speakers, your monitor. Why don't you have a seat?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the first thing we have to do, now, when we took the measurement, we measured the room at 202 inches with a 101 being the center. And that's where we are. We're sitting right in the center. The most important thing is speakers. We have to get our speakers placed first, okay? And since this is our speaker setup, first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that the speakers are pointed right straight at you. So you're looking right into them. Kind of like so. How's that? You're looking nicely into them?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let me go around here and do this one. To make sure I get speaker and plinth. Plinth, it's a stand. I didn't know that. How's that? Both of them looking good, looking right?
Yeah.
Okay. Feels like maybe I need to slide it back just a taste. Okay. All right, so now we've got you in there. Oh, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Now what we do is we take our tape measure and we measure from cone to cone, right? And we're at 32. And 32 is right out to where you're sitting, okay? You're in the center of the triangle. Or you're not in the center. You're right at the apex of the triangle, and we need an equal triangle from here to here, out to here and back. Okay, so that's your working position. You are now in the sweet spot. Now the other thing we're probably going to need in this room because of the size, when you're doing vocals, is some kind of a vocal booth. And from our friends at Vicoustics, who are going to provide us with all of the acoustic material for the room, we have a new thing called a Flexi Wall. And it's a 3-paneled system that actually builds a portable vocal booth. It's really, really tricky. You're going to like it. So let's go get all that stuff, get the room set up. And there's your Flexi Wall.
Looks great.
Think? Yeah, man. You know, it does the job. It's a nice little portable thing that you can move around. You could bring them in a little bit tighter if you wanted, depending on what we do in the rest of the room and how the rest of the room sounds as to whether you want to bring these in. But you don't want to get your artist, you know, you want them to have a little bit of elbow room so that they don't feel like they're claustrophobic.
Sure.
You know, so, but where we've got it right now seems like the best place. We've got it in front of the window and help cut down on the reflections that are coming off of the window.
Yep.
But we'll get the rest of the panels put up here and we'll see how it sounds. So let's go put up the rest of the panels.
Sounds great.
So now we've got the Flexi Wall up. Now we need to put up our panels. Okay? And we did a little bit of walking around the room. Unfortunately, we did find that we could hit the first reflection here. So I'm going to take 2 panels and I'll put 2 of them here, right? And then we'll put 2 of the bass traps in the front corners. There'll be 1, 2, right? A single panel here. Because again, I'm just trying to control. I'm not trying to kill, right? We'll put 2 back here, like this, right? We'll put 1 here. We'll put a single bass trap in this corner, and a single bass trap, and we'll do the exact same thing on that wall over there, where we'll put 2 and 1 and a single bass trap. And then we'll do the same thing over here that we did on this side, where we'll put 1, and then we'll put 2, the bass traps.
Cool.
Okay? So what I need to do in order to determine how high I'm going to take, give me my tape measure there. With you sitting comfortably in your chair, okay, in your work position, I'm just going to measure the height of your ears, right, which is about 46. And you want to see something cool? Here's 46, right, nicely in the center of that.
Center of it.
Yep. All right, David. Well, here it is, man. What do you think?
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, man. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. We got our bass traps on the walls and our panels back here. We got the Flexi Wall up. We got our first reflection panels in, our front bass traps, a couple of more panels in there, the bass traps. We got the same thing on the corner and back over there. Well, sit down, have a seat, see what you think.
Yeah, man, I'm ready. Should I fire it up?
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and fire it up, make sure everything's working, and I'll be right back. Here, let me help you with the speakers turned on.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. This is for you, man, to say thanks for letting us come out and rescue your studio. This is a Rode NT2A large cap condenser microphone.
Sick.
It's a great mic. I mean, I've used it on so many things and never been disappointed on anything. Vocals, guitars, drums, horns, strings, you name it. It's got your 3 polar patterns, right? It's got your 2 low-end roll-offs and your 2 pads. And it comes with this really nifty shock mount. The cool thing is it's a full shock mount, but it's got this trick little windscreen that's built right into it. Because you know how hard it is trying to get that windscreen just right. It also loosens up here, and it's got a little bit of a telescope.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you were going to use a different mic. You know, there it is. It's a pretty nice package, and comes with one more thing.
What?
It comes with...
Oh, what?
A Flexi screen light, okay? And the Flexi screen light drops down over this pole right here, forms a vocal booth, and what it does in a situation like what you've got here is it finishes off your booth.
Nice.
So now you've got basically a full vocal booth where you've got no reflections coming from behind, and you're taking care of the reflections that are coming from this side of the mic.
That's great.
I see a lot of people make the mistake where they put these kind of like panels on the wall, and then they turn the microphone into the panels. Well, the problem is the microphone is not looking at the panels. The microphone is looking at behind us. Okay? So what you're going to want to do when you're doing vocals is you're going to get your vocalist in here, and this is going to be your vocal booth like this. So you're in a nice area. Everything is controlled.
Cool.
Yeah. So this is your setup, man. Okay, David. Well, you are all set.
Thanks a lot.
You're more than welcome. And this has been a pretty amazing episode where we took this empty room and really did a great studio rescue.
Now that was a pretty cool studio rescue. That gave us the opportunity to actually put together a studio from the ground up. And I got to tell you, when he first walked me into that very first room, I was a little concerned. No, actually, I was a lot concerned because, first of all, it was really small and all the surfaces were hard. That was going to take quite a bit to get that room into an actual recording environment. But then when he said, hey, I got another room, and he walked us into that big open room, I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to give us an opportunity to build a studio from the ground up. Of course, we got him a nice new desk to put those really nice Event Opal speakers on. We got the panels up on the wall, we got the bass traps, and because of the size of the room, we were able to make use of the Vicoustics Flexi Wall, which is that 3-panel system that, combined with the Flexi screen light that goes on the back of the microphone, forms his own little vocal booth, which is really going to be nice in a room that size. And again, thanks Vicoustics for the panels, the bass trap, the Flexi Wall, and thanks Rode Microphone for that really nice NT2A microphone. And those 2 pieces are really going to help David get the most out of his studio. But most of all, thanks David for letting us come out and rescue your studio. I'm Francis Buckley, and we'll see you again on Studio Rescue.
And if your home studio is in need of a rescue, just log on to rodemic.com/studio rescue and let us see what we can do for you. But we don't do pools.